My name is Greg Dewey. I'm the president of Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, and I want to welcome you to this segment of Dialogues with Dewey. Today we are going to be talking about certificate programs. And with me we have Martha Haas, who is the Dean of Graduate Studies, and MacArthur Lewis, Professor of Health Informatics. These certificate programs are a part of an initiative at the Albany College called Beyond Practice Ready. This is to enhance the student experience by offering cutting-edge academic programs. So to begin with, what is a certificate program and how do they differ from a normal degree program?
So certificate programs really are highly condensed, abbreviated academic programs, typically 12 to 18 credits, compared to, say, a master's program that would be 30 to 36 credits, or a Ph.D. program that can be upwards of 60 credits or so. And so there's really, I think, three major distinctions between certificates and a degree program. And really the first is the time to completion, where it is this very condensed and focused kind of time frame. And this is very attractive to students because often they want to get at a knowledge base, a skill set, training in a relatively quick time frame without the expenses that might be associated with a longer program. The certificate programs tend to be very, very focused in terms of the content, and ideally in an emerging area that is not met maybe by a typical degree program, not met by a sort of traditional types of disciplines that we see in degree programs. And then I think more recently we're seeing certificates that are generally online, offered online, so the delivery is distinctive.
So MacArthur, you are developing one of our first certificate programs.
Yes.
And can you tell us what program you're developing and why it's so relevant?
Sure. Albany College of Pharmacy is developing a graduate certificate program with focus on health informatics and health outcomes. These programs are well suited to students and professionals seeking or already engaged in careers that involves in application in statistical modeling, data warehousing. These are all key topics that the students are really interested in learning. Data mining, programming, managing health information systems, forecasting, operational research technique to the analysis of problems in healthcare.
Is this the first time you've taught a course in a certificate program?
This will be my first, but I'm enjoying it because I embody all the echo words that these students are passing on to allow me to bring it into the college.
So Martha, the challenge is you want new content, cutting edge things, and so how do you go from, what are the challenges in doing that? How do you do that?
Academia has a long history and long traditions that are set, and I think the challenges are identifying what are those emerging areas, and I think it really requires very much an interdisciplinary approach. I think the best areas of interest for both prospective students and prospective employers often come from these interdisciplinary teams, and so figuring out how to bring those types of disciplines together and identifying those emerging areas. And then of course the challenge is to know there might be some kind of new technology, new knowledge base, but is that really going to be sustainable? And then how long is it going to be sustainable? And so the challenge is finding it and knowing if it's really going to take hold, and then being able to put together the right content that's going to be attractive for both students and for potential employers.
So ultimately, MacArthur, that challenge falls back on you. You're
Yes.
Not only are you the content expert,
Yes.
but you're the one that has to make this an online course, right?
Yes. When you look at the net generation, students that are born between 1982 and 1991, they spend all day, with some form of mobile device. So they're
Right.
already in that synchronous mode. So now giving them the content in an environment that they're already familiar with, they could learn it at their own leisure. They can go to work. While they're at work, they could still do the lessons.
So you're looking at content that appeals to a broader class of students, right? So Martha, what sort of type of student do you see getting involved in certificate programs?
So our a typical graduate student would be a student that's completed a bachelor's degree and is looking to hone their skills to be more competitive in a job market. And the certificates could still be appealing to students that have completed a bachelor's degree and just wants to hone in on that core kind of content. But I think the certificates, I think, will tend to more broadly appeal to a working adult, someone, particularly when we have online delivery of those types of courses and programs. Someone is a working adult, is looking for career advancement or switching careers, or really trying to take advantage of some new knowledge or skill that will benefit that workplace, that clinical practice, whatever that career path might be for that individual. So we envision not necessarily the typical graduate of a bachelor's program, but working adults, working professionals that have some experience. And I think that really can enrich the programs, because we do envision we'll still have that more traditional student and then have them partnered with these working adults. And I think that really creates a very interesting and unique intellectual and learning environment for students.
We've been talking with Martha Haas, Dean of Graduate Studies, and MacArthur Lewis, Professor of Health Informatics. This has been Dialogue with Dewey, and we look forward to seeing you in our next segment.